Let's talk about some One Piece.
Willer took all 3 weeks to read it, or are you live reading it now?
No, I did read it beforehand. But yeah, I managed to wait 3 weeks. This was kind of a weird batch, though, to start that in. I don't know how I felt about it. Like, this first chapter, I'm kind of glad I didn't read weekly, because I don't remember much happening on it. But the other two chapters, I bet there was a lot of cool discussion and fan art for those weeks, and I missed out on that. And I didn't go back to actually check that out, because I don't want my YouTube algorithm to be flooding me with potentially spoiler-filled images if I'm doing this. So I'm trying to tread lightly. But we start with 1032. Oh my god, it's been 30 chapters since Roof Piece.
I know.
Can we talk about One Piece?
Yeah, we're doing it.
No, we talk about Roof Piece.
I want to go back to Roof Piece. Those were the hypest days. But you know what? Some good stuff happens in these chapters. Now, what happened in this one? So we got the Oni still chasing. We got Bowser Jr., Big Mom. The hatred fire is going down. So Yamato, unfortunately, seems to have ice powers, which I say unfortunately because this just makes me want her to join the crew less, because we already have an ice person. So it's like, Brook is already outshadowed as a swordsman. He doesn't get 1v1 fights, and now he's also going to get outshadowed in ice powers because, like, Yamato's fairly strong. So,
Snow fruit on the
yeah. Don't forget, Nami or Usopp are one day going to be devil fruit users.
We're no longer the Straw Hat Pirates. We're the Snow Pirates.
Why? Why is this? Actually, so, like, if Luffy gives Shanks the Straw Hat back, what happens? I think they become the Smiling Pirates.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies, that's it.
Everybody dies when he gives the hat back. They all just vanish.
They were all figments of your imagination, Luffy.
The game ends. That's
Luffy actually got eaten by the fish, and the fish had the hallucination fruit. And Luffy's actually been inside of its belly digesting this entire time.
Whoa. I don't. You haven't watched any part 6 yet, but that happens in part 6 minus a fish.
Is that part 6? Is that the entire synopsis?
No, just the first arc. Okay.
So,
yeah, so Yamato was going down to defuse the bombs, right? And that never made sense to us, because it's like, well, I mean, you can defuse the bombs, but also there's the factories in the land, so what are you defusing the bombs for? Like, that was never made clear. And now it just seems like it was a way to start her moving ahead of time, because now there's a reason to go defuse the bombs, because if the flame spirit gets there, it's going to blow up the island in the sky.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was kind of messy getting her here. Like, I still don't understand why she was en route there anyways, but
she had to go move the bombs or something, because
maybe
the problem is that there's gunpowder and ammunition down there, and that when it lands on the fire capital, it explodes, which will kill everyone on the island. But that doesn't make sense to me, because why would Kaido do that? I guess to kill himself, actually. That makes more sense than I think.
Well, he said he wants to go get the One Piece after this, so I don't know if this is his big bang. Yeah, like, that's another thing. Like, is Kaido going to kill his entire crew with this stunt? Like, what's their escape plan?
Yeah.
I feel like there's some plot holes that I hope Oda addresses here with this big explosion plan.
Maybe One Piece not so good.
No, hey, hold up. I just reread Whole Cake. I can confirm One Piece is very good, okay?
Otherwise, like, I just, this doesn't make sense to me. I could see if Yamato, the reasoning was like, I'm going to go down to the armory and take out all the guns and weapons so they don't get those. That makes sense. But, like, her statement for going down there was because it'll blow up if it hits the capital, which I'm just like, oh.
That
seems like bad if it blows up if it hits the capital. It's bad if it blows up above, like, almost above the capital.
Yeah. There's, like, two problems. One is what Joe brought up. It's like, what the fuck's Kaido's plan if like, the island was also in danger? Like, sorry, if Onigashima in danger, then Kaido's plan is really stupid.
And what the fuck is Yamato's plan?
And then, Yamato, diffuse the gunpowder, which you
know. No, it's not going off. It's just sitting there. Is she gonna move it?
Oh, she could freeze the gunpowder, and that might dampen it.
Okay.
But the secondary issue is that I could have sworn it was stated that the factories and gunpowder on the main capital itself are also explosive. So it's like, maybe if you disarm it on the island, just the capital blows up. But if you don't disarm it on the island, both blow up. Which, we double back to Kaido is stupid then, either way.
No, I think Kaido can land it safely, but I think they're planning on killing Kaido, which would drop the island.
That makes more sense.
Okay, but
He can grind the cap like Onigashima into the capital. He doesn't need to like drop it like a baton. It's just like as soon as they knock Kaido out, everything's gonna fall and then blow up.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Okay. We're gonna go with that, and this will be good to reread whenever I'm rereading Wano.
Yeah, that makes much more sense. Thank you, Tyler, for actually being the reasonable one in this conversation.
He gets one per year. This is it.
Just because you look at things through a different lens when you're not a fan.
Tyler's been watching a lot of Big Mouth, so he's got his thinking cap on because he really analyzes that shit for some reason. Which actually, that's fair. There's themes to Big Mouth. So CP0 shows up. Kid and Apu handle them. X-Drake and Apu handle them, which is pretty cool.
Wait, you also missed how like they were running from the fire thing. Like it was almost landing on top of them.
Yeah, even CP0's like, let's avoid that thing because that's that's a plot device. That's a stage hazard at this point. We just gotta steer around it.
Automatic KO.
Okay, so let's talk about King's Attack.
This shit.
This was fun to read. He's not shooting a projectile, I don't think. I think he's doing like a stretchy head attack. So what, like...
I think he's pulling his head back, and it's slapping the back of his head so hard, his beak flies out and pecks him.
I don't think the beak flies out, because if it flied out, there'd be a panel of it like regrowing.
What is he launching?
No, he's not launching anything. It's his head doing a gum bell, like he's doing a huge peck. That's how I see it, and I think it will become more clear next chapter, because right here there's a bit of break here, which I could see it going both ways. But I think next chapter it's a straight line. So I picture like he's just doing like a long range peck.
I like how Oda's inventing how dinosaurs work.
What do you mean inventing?
Oh, my bad. Accurate description.
It could also be like a hockey, like Hawkins thing, where he pulls back and he just shoots hockey out in like a line. Does that make sense?
Possibly.
It's his beak. He's slapping his beak into the ground.
It's either a projectile or a stretch attack. I'm going stretch attack. We'll keep an eye out. So there is a problem with this, though. And... I know, right? How dare there be a problem with this attack? The problem in my mind is that we've seen dinosaurs in One Piece, and they don't do this shit.
This is how all the dinosaurs work.
But we've seen dinosaurs in Little Garden, and
I gave you the explanation.
Yeah, what was it?
These are ancient dinosaurs. Those are modern dinosaurs. Modern dinosaurs don't do that. Ancient dinosaurs do this.
They evolve past such baseless things. I hope that this becomes an SBS question and Oda half answers it at least. That's my hope.
Now, the other thing could be like he goes like, these fuckers don't know what they're doing, so I'm not exactly sure how they did it, and that's his answer.
It could be that, like, natural dinosaurs are too stupid to realize the full potential of their own bodies.
I could also see that be.
God, oh my God. Wano's weird, man. This is a weird fucking arc.
And he's like, I'm guessing that flame on your back is another pterodon feature. It's not.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, it's not?
He's like, he doesn't know about Lunarians, and we barely know about Lunarians, but, I do like this panel of him dodging the Pound Phoenix in midair, and then he tanks, Dragon Twister. They do some blade swipes. And then we hear Hiyori. So I guess that's the main takeaway from this chapter. Notably, like, we cut to Zoro struggling with Enma, which is Odin's blade, and then Hiyori is in this chapter. So it's like Oda did pair them up early in the arc, and he's like revealing Hiyori at this point as well. I wonder if this is actually heard though. What if it's Toki dressed up as Hiyori and he can't tell the difference? I doubt it.
Why would she do that?
Yeah, why would she do that? Exactly.
It's Hiyori.
So, would you say that Hiyori is the one that healed the samurai then a couple like
so.
20 or so chapters back?
Yeah, because she did it with Zoro, so it makes sense that she does it with the samurai.
It could be a fake out where both of them are present here.
Yeah.
The question is,
what if every princess has the power to heal? You know?
Yeah.
Name one that doesn't.
Well,
She's Uranus.
Shirahoshi has the exact opposite power because she destroys everything with her power, and then Vivi has no power, and Rebecca is useless. So you tried.
Vivi healed someone.
Girl.
Rebecca healed a broken heart of a toy soldier.
Aw, that's true. That's true and sweet. So what do we think is gonna happen with Komurasaki here? Because if we don't get anything else with the next few chapters.
I bet she reveals who she is and then cuts off his last head. Yeah. I think that
would be cool.
Oh, that'd be cool if she like pulls a sword out of the instrument and then slices his head off.
That'd be bad. Don't forget, she has the other Odin sword. That's her, right? Yeah. So and Zoro's going through like a bit of a sword crisis right now.
And she's just vibing with it.
So it could be that she cuts off his head and then Zoro in a need gets her sword. Okay. I'm gonna ask something stupid here. Is there a way to do 4 sword style? Am I being ridiculous?
You're big.
I don't think that's feasible.
He holds the 4th sword with his ass cheeks.
Yeah, we've seen the artwork of this.
Yeah, but on the real, like Zoro's too cool to be doing ass cheek swords.
I mean,
I think what could happen is, he makes the cursed sword sentient and it flies around him.
Oh, that's kind of badass. I mean, look, he's got Conqueror Haki, and we're dealing into advanced Conqueror Haki, which kind of lets you like impose your will and do anything and whatever that's gonna impose. And like he's gone from 1 to 2 to 3 to 9. So I guess like
he could bite down to 4.
It would be cool if he's a 4 swordsman for the rest of the story, and like that's his upgrade this arc. But we'll see. I mean, he already has an upgrade. He has an insane sword, which I don't know if we talked about on the podcast how stupid Enma is, because that's Odin's sword, and it looks normal when Odin's carrying it, and Odin's like 2.2 times the size of Zoro. So,
magic swords, man, they shrink.
Let's talk about it this chapter. Whenever they talk about it,
they don't talk about the sword shrinking. It does look slightly bigger. To be fair, if it is it's the right hand sword. I'll give him that. I need it's just that Oda's always so inconsistent with sizes, but it does look like he's sort of trying to show it as a little bigger. This is a weird encounter though, where like King gets stabbed and explodes. That's just I guess one of his many Lunarian traits, which I hope we do dive into the Lunarian traits like explicitly outside of an SBS. And we still got the fight going on with Queen, which we will resolve next chapter. So here he gets hit by a Lion Song, one of my favorite Zoro moves. But he doesn't take any damage or bleed. And I think what's happening here, because his eyes are whited out, he cauterizes his own wounds with his fire body.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Kinga shaped up to be like a pretty neat antagonist. Like his personality's not the craziest, but I think I enjoy him as an antagonist for this arc so far.
I think mechanically as a fight, he's super cool too. Because he's been super dynamic. Like he has that tornado move. He goes in like his hybrid, like multiple different hybrid forms. Like right now.
Yeah, the wing blades are cool too.
Yeah, I think he's been super dope. Other than his stupid fucking face, that's just hilarious.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah. One thing I saw that was mentioned about Zoro, and this probably is going to be disproven, but like potentially Lunarians actually have like skin of diamonds. And back in the Mr. One fight, Mr. One's like the next thing you're going to cut is diamond.
That
because he cut
is
steel.
On par for Oda for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty. The thing is, though, he's already made him bleed once in this fight. Like, In the double panel where him and Sanji are hitting Queen and King, I think King is bleeding in that panel, but it's not a lot. So I don't know if that's going to happen because he's already sort of done it now. But
I do think he needs to cut a diamond at one point, which I don't know what that could be. Maybe he cuts Jozu,
that's
whatever his name is.
Why is Jozu going to die?
Maybe Jozu dead and Blackbeard ate his fruit, or one of them ate his fruit.
You know what? That's viable. Like what? She already has a fruit, so never mind. But yeah, that could be something like that. So here's a panel where I think it is like a stretchy neck because here looks like a more direct line attack. And look, it even like it extends as a black line through the ground.
Oda's being purposely like nondescript with this fucking shit, though.
I do like how this is a chapter about Zoro's relationships with his sword, because that's always been like a side thing that we explore every once in a while. But it's cool because like each blade gets a little bit of time here, except for maybe Shisui, which is the one he got from Ryuma, but like his main blade gets a shout out with Kuina.
He doesn't have Shisui anymore. He gave it up for Enma.
That's right. Okay, so what does he have? He has the Kuina blade, which is...
He has Kuina's blade, he has Enma, and he has the Cursed blade.
Wado Ichimoji is the cursed one, right? No.
No, Wado Ichimoji is Kuino's.
And then Kitetsu 3 is the third blade, which is made by the Tengu guy.
Yeah, which is the cursed one. And then
the
Enma
Tengu
is...
guy also made Enma, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Zoro stands are so good at keeping track of his swords and what they mean. I'm not at that level. I'm
not a Zoro stan at all. I just like I want to know what the cursed sword is. Like one of those things. Like there's got to be some sort of fucking payoff to this at one point. Like
this is reminding us of it, and I think that yeah. And it's cool because we get introduced to the guy who I guess named the village Zoro grew up in, and he's a descendant of Wano.
Yeah.
And I like this line of listen closely. A sword is like a kitchen knife, but for murder. They're created to kill people, and a blacksmith hones his craft so that his weapons are better at killing than any other. Like, that's a badass line.
Yeah.
And also, like, it gets me Frankie vibes where, like, there is no such thing as, like, a flawed creation. You have to love your creation and craft it with, like, all your will. And then however it's used is to be judged separately.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you apply Oda's stance on that to nuclear weapons, it gets a little shifty, but hey, Oda could be a little wrong sometimes. It's all good. But, so, fun fact, I think I read somewhere that one time in an SBS, Oda personified Zoro's blades, and one of them was personified as this guy, and then he got made into an official character, which is pretty fun.
I think it's like all the personifications were an amalgamation of like, they became an amalgamation of this guy. Like they have different features of this guy, like the long eyebrow and the long face.
Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't make all the swords, but it's fine.
I think it was from back to the time where like he had two of his swords, and like Wado was one of them, and something else. I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird though that like, why do you suppose Zoro's realizing that like this guy made Enma now? I was a bit confused by this part of the chapter when I first read it. He like okay, because like the flow of events is Zoro is diving for the sword. He's falling through a part of the ground. And then he lands and is just, like, realizing that Enma was made by that guy?
Yeah. So I'm wondering if, like, I think he's trying to, like, think about the power of his swords and, like, where they came from. It could be, like, Enma's going off, so it's triggering him to, like, remember all of these things about his swords, you know? And, like, the power that's part of them. And, like, this is the one that he most recently got. Because he says out there, it came to me, it chose me so it could test me.
Yeah.
Right? And I think he talks about, like, how you have to, like, own the blade and wield it and be aware of what its power is.
And I will say, in these panels, also, it does look a lot bigger than his other swords.
It does. You know, Oda is inconsistent with sizes, but he does try, I guess, every once in a while to make it look that way. I want to see like a spread of him standing with all three again in the next few chapters and see how it compares. But I know the next chapter is called Zoro versus King.
Yeah.
So it will end in the chapter we have this Sunday, I think. And that might be a good chance for us to find out some of the stuff we're talking about here.
Also, that's kind of nutty because like this means we're coming to like the end, sort of.
Yeah, if Zoro gets his fight finished, then it's getting to 11 o'clock, and we're getting there.
Like, place is about to close in like 2 hours, guys. We gotta go.
Yeah, finish up your drinks because Luffy's about to beat ass. So yeah, this is a chapter I kind of want to reread after the next chapter comes out, because I want to see the full context of what's going on with Zoro and his relationship with his blades here. And I mean, back here, I didn't notice this though, but he's fucking emanating like Conqueror Haki right now.
Yeah.
And so I thought he was calling Luffy his best friend, but I think he's shouting out Kuina, which is nice.
Yeah, he's shouting out Kuina there.
You know what?
Sure.
That's really nice because
yeah.
Zoro's such a serious guy that for him to still think of a childhood friend as his best friend is really wholesome. And I think a lot of Zoro stans like to look at the badass aspects of Zoro, but my favorite aspects are some of his softer sides. So I do like
Gets
that.
this one.
Yeah. So
everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. So you intend to be a king then. Man, that's badass.
Yeah. That is cool.
Ooh, I wanna reread this chapter maybe before immediately before I read the next chapter, and I'll skip the Sanji one and do them back to back. That could be pretty fun.
So this is the chapter that made me think that like I had the hot take that everybody in Luffy's crew is gonna get Conqueror's Haki because all of them want to achieve like the first of or main thing of something.
In a sense, I guess you're right, with the exception of like Brook and like they all want to. It's not framed as wanting to be a king of their fields, but they all kind of want to be king of their fields.
Maybe the first five, like you have like King of the Pirates, King of the Swordsman, King of the Cooks.
Usopp doesn't count either, I guess.
King of Liars.
What is it? Yeah, King of Liars.
I still think I honestly Usopp is the one that I am most wanting to get Conqueror's Haki.
Usopp getting Conqueror's Haki would be ridiculous, and I'm sort of down for it.
What if he got Conqueror's Haki and he's able to like highly influence people?
That's what I was saying is that like he enforces his will of his lies onto other people. Oh my god,
dude! Theorists are gonna be like Reddit theorists are gonna be like Usopp imposes his will and creates lies that turn into truth.
I've seen that though.
No.
I've watched these videos.
Shit, man.
But like that also lines up with like how like all the lies that he's told Kaya have come.
Well, yeah. That's where that's coming from.
Yeah, that's basically like where
we'll see, right? First of all, I just want every Straw Hat to get one Haki before we can talk about Conqueror Haki.
Yeah.
Like, it really pisses me off that Brook doesn't have armament and Robin still might not have armament.
Well, here's a question. Do you have to have muscle in order to get Haki?
No.
What do you mean muscle?
Brook has no flesh.
Oh.
No.
I mean, no, it's your spirit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, which he is all spirit. Do you have to be human?
Brook is human for all intents and purposes too.
Yeah, but Chopper is not.
Here's the thing. Well, yeah, he's half human, so
yeah.
Have we seen an animal that can use Haki? That's actually an interesting point. No, I don't think we have.
I think we have. I don't think they're smart enough to. But that would be an interesting thing where like to get an island of all Haki dwellers. Like Elbaf.
Wait.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Did the animals that Luffy trained with use Haki?
No. They were just strong. They were just buff ass animals.
But that was like what helped him understand Haki because of like their animal instincts.
I think it was maybe that's like a observation Haki thing because you can get your spidey sense trained by fighting with animals that kind of instinctually have that maybe. Y'all, I was cooking
Moving
with
on.
wine, so I'm drinking wine, and it's hitting.
Wait, you're drinking your cooking wine?
Well, it's just normal wine.
I know, but it's it's the
I
cooking
didn't
wine.
use the whole bottle for the cooking thing, so I have to fit. You can't really. How long can you store wine? Tyler would probably know better than I.
I mean, it's still cooking wine, I guess. You're just being efficient. You're also being savage.
I'm not being savage. You guys were saying that this is like a reference to
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. It could
Yeah.
be. It could just be a popular mask, and they both have it. But I wanna believe that it's a shout out.
I think it's a popular mask, but it's also an old style mask.
Mm.
It wouldn't make sense for Usopp to have it unless like Oda's making a callback to him being the craftsman.
Well,
of the group.
also they're at a Japanese festival in this scene, so
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. But look how cool this dude. Usopp is good at shooting, and he kind of knows it now. Like he's after he fucking murked Sugar from across an island. I think he knows he's cool.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of solo Usopp cover stories, I think.
God,
Really?
Usopp.
We actually don't. Usopp is the Straw Hat we've seen the least this arc. Is that not weird?
That is weird.
And you know what? That's fair because we're about to go into a very Usopp centric arc with Elbaf.
Yo, let's
So-
go.
God, I can't fucking wait. Elbaf's gonna be nice. It's also gonna be shorter and have less characters. Fingers crossed.
Another Zao.
So Momo's working, keeping the island up. So Queen
Lucky
starts
boy.
using attacks from each of the Germa kids, which is like he's like, show me Germa tech, and he's like, all right, I was kidding, I had Germa tech all along. I guess he just wanted to see new Germa tech, and he got bored and started using way.
No, he wanted to prove that his Germa tech was better than Germa.
He says it
Yeah,
outright.
you're right. You're right.
He also, I guess, wanted to inflict major PTSD on
On
Sanji?
it sure
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
One of my favorite action scenes in a little bit is this panel. It starts over here with like him dragging Sanji across the wall of this hall, and then this panel showing him like just do an almost 360. Looks really cool. It looks very strong. Sanji breaks through. Is there no such thing as freedom of speech anymore? Yeah, I know it's tough times out there, buddy.
Uber Queen.
Cancel Queen. And Queen turns invisible, which I really liked. But then, like, he's such a fat ass where it's like, well, I can hear you. So, Sanji disappears, but Queen says specifically that he, like, just speeded away and is hiding. So, it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's using a similar sound effect. Though in that chapter went, like, SHHH, like a sh sound effect.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to be telling me that he doesn't turn invisible, but that makes that last panel from a couple chapters back a little more confusing. And then, like, this mouse looks identical to the mouse from Sanji's backstory, and I wonder if that's intentional, or if that's just, like, how Oda draws cute mouses.
That's Chuji, though.
It's Chuji, though. And,
Chuji. So this is the girl that got backhanded earlier.
It is, which is weird because... Okay, so she wasn't in on it. Queen was just an asshole and hit her. That's how it
because Queen is an r/nice guy.
Yeah. I mean, so is Sanji, to be honest. But,
Yeah, but Sanji doesn't hit women or ever hate them.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that also makes him... like I said, I want Sanji to hit a bitch, but I guess we'll have to wait. It's never gonna happen. One can hope. But, it's cool because, like, okay, now he has an exoskeleton, so he has a speed and strength increase, which means he can handle hotter flames. So I wonder if these flames are going to be, like, blue or white or something. Blue would be pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, he's got the Ifrit Jambe. It's no longer about food.
Yeah. I mean, it was Diambla Jambe before, so I don't know how Devil's food like.
Yeah, you're right. Now he's summoning the fire spirits.
Now he's Final Fantasy. And he beats the shit out of Queen, and that's the fight.
Yeah.
I do like how he gets a classic Sanji combo before doing it.
Yeah.
And
He pops the fuck off. He's like, all right,
it's
I gotcha.
actually extremely reminiscent of how he beats Kurobi in Fishman Island, because he does like an attack combo and then finishes with a mullet mat or whatever it's called, like mullet kick or whatever, where he does the backwards kick. I hear it's called boof, boof burst.
Yeah. He finally broke Queen's armor, so it's like, all right, I can pop off now, and just did all of his combos and jungled him in the air, and then fucking finally finished them.
Yeah, he Fire Warriors him. That's like a square, square, square triangle combo.
Yeah, it would be nice if this is the we cut away to another fight next chapter, and this is the end of Sanji's fight with Queen.
Oh, yeah, I think it's gonna be like in his lobby, where the first maybe the first page is Sanji wrapping up his fight, maybe collapsing, and then it's Zoro versus King for the rest of that.
I think what Tyler's going for is Zoro and Sanji finish their fights consecutively. So we're gonna go back a little bit, and then I could see them knocking King and Queen into each other and seeing each other, and then Zoro being like, "I guess I don't have to kill you because you're still yourself." You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Aside from that, what do y'all think of this chapter? Whether there's anything thematic worth noting. I mean, you mentioned the PTSD that using these abilities is giving him. Sanji getting mad that Queen hit a woman, I think, is pretty good because that brings him back to his roots. And you know what? That's reinforcing that he's still himself. He's still a chivalrous knight.
We haven't really seen Sanji's right eyebrow really up close. But when he's going down right there after the Ifrit Jambe, we can kind of see the curl on it now.
I think it looks way cooler. He looks way more intense now that he's got the Vin Smoke eyebrow.
What if he learns how to curl the eyebrow so he can make it go whoopy whoop at either way?
Actually, you know what? Hiding Sanji's eyes might be a vehicle for showing that he might have an eyebrow going in both directions now. To symbolize that he's part Germa, but also part himself. So the other eyebrow might be curving normal, the leftwards, and we'll see that later. That could be a thing.
That would be nice.
Yeah. On your nose visual symbolism, but hey, it's One Piece.
Yeah. That's all we want, baby.
All right. What else y'all got? Come on, Tyler. We went pretty quick. 31 minutes. We need some Tyler bullshit to go at least to 35.
Other than Shonen saying that it was only 7 days until the next chapter, that was a lie.
That was a fucking lie.
That was a fucking lie.
Yeah,
none of y'all believed.
I believed you. That's why I read.
Man, I did have something that related to them coming back to Sabaody and to what's going on in Wano.
Sorry, did you just sound the archipelago?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was rewatching it, but I've completely forgotten what it was about. So I was just saying it. There's a lot of characters that Oda has now.
That might be his biggest weakness right now is that he has so many goddamn characters and we want to see all of them.
Yeah, that's kind of what sucks. But there was a major one which was Smoker.
So I think people lose a little track of Smoker. They're like, oh, Smoker's been forgotten by the story, but it's
no, he was at
Punk Hazard,
but he was also at
Revelry? I don't think so.
Yeah, Revelry. Was he not at Revelry?
He was.
What did he do at Revelry?
He was a bodyguard.
He was there.
To whomst? Kobe was a bodyguard, and Hino was a bodyguard, and Garp was a bodyguard, but I really can't remember what Smoker was. And why would he be? Because Smoker is deep in the Grand Line. I don't think he was there. So with Smoker, right? Smoker is a character that Oda so clearly has the full character arc planned out that it's we just need to be patient because it's going to be a 3-beat. It's going to be Alabasta, Punk Hazard, and then Lodestar Island are going to be the Smoker arcs. And then Final War.
Real question. Does anybody else in One Piece have red hair?
Kid
has red hair?
And that and Ichiji. And that might be it. Rockstar!
Is Kid a D?
Well, to be fair, we had someone that we thought wasn't a D. They revealed he was a D.
Waterlaw
so
D. Trafalgar.
Yeah. Trafalgar D water law.
I tried.
I'm reaching for some deep shit. I don't even know right now.
Oh no, this is the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah,
The kid does spell his name with 2 D's, so maybe
these
it's a good
chapters
weather
didn't
situation.
see anything.
These are
maybe,
5 chapters. These were 5 chapters. I think my highlight chapter is the Zoro one, and it's gonna be better on reread because it's cool to have him kind of internalize what his swords have like mean to him and kind of his journey with his blades, which has always been like a cool aspect of Zoro that is like not super important to the plot, but it's important to himself. Like Zoro cares a lot about his swords and he has a relationship with his swords, but it never bleeds out into the major plot. But it was cool touching on that again because I feel like it's been a while.
I remembered.
Oh,
so in Saobari, Zoro gets lost because he wants to go fishing.
yes.
Yes.
And
something like that.
We realize why Zoro likes to fish is because of this old man.
Oh, that's kind of that's kind of cute. Yeah.
Because he doesn't really talk about fishing too much, or like being a passionate fisher or anything, but he likes to do it.
It's just a little hobby that he picked up when he was a kid.
Yeah, we show this old samurai. Yeah, we show him fishing. That's why he likes it.
Hey, Tyler, big high five, actually. That's good. That's a good catch. All right, y'all. Yeah. What are we hoping for with the next batch of chapters, then?
Zoro and Kid finish up.
Definitely. That's definitely happening next chapter.
Yeah. Yamato dies. I'm just kidding.
That's pray.
Whoa.
Yamato, pray love. She dies.
He dies. I think we're gonna get more CP9.
I hope
things
so.
running of them running.
Yeah, they're really chasing down Robin in the middle of all
CP0, not CP9.
I really hope Brook gets to get another MVP moment under his belt with this CP0 situation.
Well, if he could take out a CP0 member or both of them, because then at that point, I
want him to get his ass beat and Robin to get kidnapped. I know it's retreading ground, but I feel like we need something at this point because things are going really well.
I mean, I told you that's like what it's going to reflect in part 1 before the pre-time skip when Robin gets kidnapped, where we're about to start getting into where these things all roll together.
Yeah,
because we had a break in between Wano and Whole Cake where there was like a little bit of rest.
Yeah.
Like where they're all meeting up together again and they're all planning. But after this, it's just I think CP0 is going to get to kidnap Robin. That'd be cool. And then they go further into the Grand Line.
We'll have to chase them.
Which it could be like, check me out, all right? We get to... what's the giant island?
Elbaf.
Elbaf is under Navy rule, and all of the giants have been enslaved, which is what gives Usopp his major arc to free the giants, making him god of the giants.
I could see something like that happen because of the SG-1, which was highlighted, I think, in one of the act breaks, where the Marines have a new system called SG-1 that is strong enough to where they don't even need the warlords. Like, they're like, this is so good, we do not need to fuck with pirates anymore. We can just use this.
It's also been confirmed that the numbers are the bad experiments from Punk Hazard
of turning children.
Yes, that was confirmed in the anime.
Oh shit! Could you send me that clip if you can find it? That'd be dope.
Yep. Big Mom talks about it.
And she would care about that stuff.
Yeah.
Is that really not something that? Oh, man, the manga. Oda's rushing a little bit. There's a lot happen. There's too many characters, and he's being forced to rush because that should be in the manga if that's true. Maybe it'll come up later.
But yeah, I'm. That is the canon thing, which we thought about it.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit, probably.
Yeah, they're the failed recreation of the ancient giants. Which, why would they need to be recreating giants other than power?
Well, Big Mom...
if they could just go to Elbaf when there are giants that want to be pirates...
No, hold on. You're forgetting. Big Mom wants to create artificial giants because the giants do not fuck with her because she killed their king and ruined their town. So like they don't mess around.
The last time we've seen one free giant since like in a long time, which was the guy at
Hajarudin in Dressrosa. Yep. Yeah.
Yes, and the two giants we saw before that were enslaved by
Marines.
the government.
Yeah. I could see this. And you know what's cool about this? In the Mother Caramel flashback / Big Mom flashback, they talk about how desperate the Navy is to get more giants in their ranks. So, you might have something there.
Hold on. We're just idiots. Big Mom literally says that in the manga.
Okay, cool.
About the numbers.
I'm glad we're idiots. Yeah. I'm really glad
she said those are the things Kaido bought from Punk Hazard, the failed attempts at ancient giants. Yeah, I like them.
Okay, cool. Again, a lot of One Piece. We're going to forget some stuff sometimes. Cool.
That was over a year and a half ago.
Oda, not bad. Also, One Piece long.
This was on chapter 989. So...
Holy shit.
Yeah. Because I was like, that seems too much of a lore drop to not be mentioned in the manga. So I went back on the One Piece wiki and tracked my sources.
Context, the manga, so they showed an episode this past weekend, last Sunday, was a chapter that was released last October in 2020.
Yeah, they're always like a
year behind.
I think they're like either 60 or 100. I forgot what the number was. I think it's 60 chapters behind at any given point, which is why the pacing has to be as bad as it is. So I digress. I get cool clips from a Crunchyroll Clips channel, so that's all I care about. So my hopes for the next few chapters. King goes down next one, right? I want the next two to be Yamato focused and CP0 focused.
I think that's what I want too. Yeah.
And then when that wraps up, I hope Fukurokuju and Raizo wraps up around sometime then. And then I need my fucking Kaido flashback. I'm getting a little impatient at this point.
Mm-hmm. No Kaido flashback in manga for you.
It's One Piece. It's the flashback manga.
Yeah, we're at the half of now where we don't get hero flashbacks.
I thought Ragnarok was the flashback anime.
No, Ragnarok's the bad anime. This is the one where that's the one where you get good flash. So the flashbacks are some of the best parts of One Piece, so I'm super excited to see a Kaido flashback.
I really want it to be his life flashes before his eyes before Luffy does the final punch on him. I want that to be the flashback setup.
You know, that's an interesting way to do it. Do you think it would be too little too late? Because by the time he goes down, fans are going to be a little exhausted because when you're reading One Piece weekly, you're always going to be exhausted, and then you're going to reread the arc and say it's a 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. That's just a One Piece cycle.
I think if Oda does it where he sets it up where like he really shows like how bad of a dude Kaido is and what he did to get into this position and how much he deserves to it, like he does with Walpole, it might be worth it.
I was just thinking of Walpole actually.
Yeah. So
to think that we would be comparing Kaido of 100 Beasts to Walpole.
But it might be also one of those things now where like you kind of put this is the ending of Kaido's story. This is where Luffy actually like fucking kills him, and like
he would never intentionally.
He would never.
Person.
But like it might be the closest thing he'll ever get, you know. So like it fits well into what he wants. But we'll see what happens because like there's always been an inversion on every arc, and like you know Drum Island's a minor arc. But it hasn't been touched at all from what I know. That'd be a good callback to that.
Yeah, Oda's combining arcs and inverting them if you go by the inversion theory. And I think there's a lot of merit to a lot of that.
There's some relation here with Onigashima.
If we're going to do that, I need the Kaido-Luffy fight to be no more than 5 chapters.
Fair.
And that might be rushing it then. But here's the thing. I still want the 1v1v1. I think it's so important. And Emperor Luffy in our comments talked about how Luffy intends to take out all the emperors, and I kind of agree with them. I feel like Luffy needs. Sure, I'm cool with him, kind of having a more friendly bout with Shanks, but still besting Shanks. But I think he really needs to take down Big Mom, Kaido, and Blackbeard. I think that would be like definitive for a king of pirate person to take out the entire competition, and not letting Kid-in-Law do it.
Well, I think
Kid-in-Law can slow them down and tire them down, but I want Luffy to get the final big hits.
it would be funny if Ken and Law do take down Big Mom, and then they're like, "Fine, we'll settle the tie by going and taking down Shanks," and they go and attack Shanks, and the two of them just get like blasted by Shanks. Shanks is like, "Hey, you want to do David back instead?" And just flip some coin or whatever.
No, I really don't want Kid-in-Law to actually beat Big Mom. I think that'd be such a disservice to how good of a character she is.
Is it though? Like,
yes, man. She doesn't have the rapport she has with Luffy. Luffy's been antagonizing Big Mom since Fishman Island. They need to fucking clash for real.
mm-hmm.
I want to see Luffy beat a bitch.
Tell Sanji to take care of it.
That won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking back to when Jinbei fucking armed through Big Mom onto Robin's hands, and they fucking yeet her out of the building.
Yeah, she gets gagged sometimes, but she's like, she also goes serious sometimes, like when she summoned all the yokai homies and when she turned into Bowser Jr. So I just like, Kid-in-Law don't deserve it. They deserve to do a good job because they're great characters and they're strong. But it's fucking like, Big Mom is so cool to me, and I just don't want to see her get beat by someone that's not Luffy. Anyways, we'll see how it goes, right? Anything else y'all want to bring up before we wrap up?
I have nothing.
Boo.
Yeah. Do you think Zoro will die because of his drugs?
No, he will pass out.
Yeah, he'll be not. That makes me really sad because I really want it to be the crew has to come together and take down Kaido. But
I think we're getting past that because Luffy's been fighting Kaido. Here's the thing: Luffy's been off-screening Kaido for like 10 chapters now, which is really upsetting.
Mm-hmm. It's like unless like this ends with we go through all the Straw Hat fights and they all finished up everything they're doing, and Kid and Kid-in-Law, and then it cuts to Luffy on the ground again, like knocked out. Yeah,
this could be fun if like Kaido's alluding to Luffy's awakening, and we get like a couple of chapters where like the characters know things we don't know because of what they've been doing during the fight, and then we get. I still want us to have like at least 3 to 5 chapters of fighting, so we
I think, like if you do that, you have a flashback where it's Kaido and Luffy on the roof again.
Yeah, like the first time where he's like, Gomu Gomu, what did you say again? And he's knocking him off. I want to see what happened there, and it could be like a 2-page flashback. But I guess I'm okay with it being off screen as long as we get enough enough of what happens right now. Like, I don't want it to be a fight that's mostly off screen. I want there to be a lot of good clashes between the two. Tyler, you got anything?
No, that's it for me, dog.
All right. Well, we'll catch y'all in another 3 to 4 weeks. Well, you know what?
See you next year, actually. You'll probably get us.
Yeah, the end of the year is happening, and he always takes a break near this point, or Shonen Jump takes a break, so we'll probably see y'all in like 2 weeks or something.
I might be, and then after that, I might be in a completely different house or place, location.
Yeah. And somewhere along that line, our Game of the Year show will be recorded, so please watch that because we have a lot of fun yelling at each other.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.